the other day I was telling you about this Palestinian woman, a widow, a mother of 6. She's partially blind, visually impaired. And the Israelis, they shot her dead because she looked suspicious, whatever that means, right? She's just crossing the street, unarmed, and they shot her. And again, this was reported by Al Jazeera and Arab news, not so much in the Western world. But one thing that I didn't know when I told you about it, which makes it even more shocking and brutal, is that this is what happened. Look, so they say she reportedly crossed the street after one of the soldiers asked her to stop, but one of the soldiers shot her twice, although she reportedly posed no danger to them. The Israeli army said Sabatein had approached the soldiers in a suspicious manner, and of course she was unarmed. Now, Palestinian sources say that Sabatein, who had lost one of her eyes several years ago and was blighted with poor vision, was killed in cold blood by the occupying forces on her way to visit one of her relatives' houses in Hussan. Look what happened. They shot her in the leg, and then the Palestinians were not permitted to take her to the hospital as the troops barred them from getting close to her body. She bled to death. They shot her and let her die like that on the road, like just bleeding to death. I mean, if the Russians did that to a Ukrainian woman, you would never hear the end of it, right? And I mean, rightfully so. That's disgusting. But this happens. This actually happens in Palestine. This is not the only case. There are many, many cases where people have died because they were denied medical care by the Israelis. This is brutal. This is evil. It's beyond sadistic. This wasn't anywhere in the Western press. They don't even talk about this. And I don't even have a picture of her to show you. The only one is very gruesome, unfortunately, and I don't want to. So this is their idea of fighting terrorism. This is what they kill you just because you're Palestinian. That's enough to warrant a death sentence. Oh, she was crossing the street, and they say, well, she should have stopped when the soldier told her to. Why? Who the fuck do you think you are? Like, Palestinians are dogs. They have to stop because some Israeli colonizer barked an order at them. What is that bullshit? They don't have to stop for anyone. This is their land, and they're being occupied. And even then, like, oh, she didn't stop, so you execute her? What kind of what is this twisted behavior? Who does that? And then, like even imagine, like, you give them the benefit of the doubt. Say, oh my God, they thought she was armed. Yeah, okay, so you accidentally shot her and then you let her bleed out on the ground and you deny her medical care? No, this is on purpose. This is the whole thing is on purpose. The shooting, letting her die on the road. I mean, there's nothing redeemable about any of this. Oh man, and again, she's a widow and 6 children. So now the 6 children have no parents. They've lost both their parents for no reason. Allah.